Hey, what's up everybody? Paul K, Saturday Mornings Outdoors. So, got the ice fishing gear, but that is rotten ice. Don't look like it's gonna happen right here. It's a big place. There's probably some other access points, but I went down about 50, 75 yards down that way, whatever. This is, it's rotten. It ain't happening today. Here, anyway. Let's see if I can find another spot, because I don't want to get wet. It's late ice. There's enough ice there if you can get up on there. There was a foot of ice last week, so it's just the edges. It's starting to be ice out. It's spring, and it's sad because we had to wait 3 years for this. So let's see. Well, looks like the dream is over, boys. Now I could do something crazy over there, but I know that's thick enough ice to support. It's just that all around the edges, son of a gun. I'll try somewhere else. I'll try somewhere else. Man, I got all the gear ready and everything. Well, I hope it don't take another 3 years. But then again, onward to trout fishing. So we'll see what happens. Ah, crap. So this is a whole different pond. And if this looks familiar to you from other shows, but nope, strike two. Jeez. I know that's safe enough to hold weight. I was thinking get a couple boards and get out there. I've done it 1,000 times, but it's too far out. I ain't wading up to my chest to hop on there. And I'm not crazy enough for here. So, strike two. There's actually enough room here to go open water fishing. Look at it, you can actually see there's fishes along the edge there, whatever they are. But what will happen to the crazy guy who won't give up on ice fishing? Stay tuned. 1.5 hours later. Caffeine is your friend. So is Dollar Tree, the ultimate crap fishing food stop on the way to go fishing. A $3 at any other store drink and a package of iced oatmeal cookies that are good. They're pretty good for like $2.50. I mean, Dollar Tree rules. That's all I can say. Rolling on. I will bet the farm that the next lake will have fishable ice on it. And if it doesn't, this is the last hurrah for Trail Boss and ice fishing for this year. It just ain't gonna happen. This is the first, the lake every year that has first ice, and every year in the cove has the last ice. So I will bet the farm that this next spot has ice. But it's like I said the last episode, man, it's been so long here, and I don't want this to go away. I love ice fishing so much, so I'm savoring the moment. I will bet the farm. Our wins again. Hooray! I knew it. First in, last out, always, every year. Awesome. Let's go! Oh yeah, totally elated. Not only is it like, it's totally still frozen. That's so weird. The first one that I went to was a huge impoundment, and just the edges, you just couldn't get out there. We're gonna find out how much ice we got here, so let's go. Stronghold, like the last Indians, man. That's good. 16 inches of ice. Awesome. There's a coating of slush on top though. But let's go. I hope it's worth all the effort. Big fish, let's go. So my superstitious self, we got the pyramid going. I cut 3 holes. I baited 3 holes with bits of nightcrawler, and let's roll with it. Oh, I'm so happy. It's savoring I know this is the end. You might get another week next week here, but it's just, I love this, and I hate to say goodbye. It's like the last day of deer season, you know? You just don't want to give it up. First drop, yes! Though be it a small one, Mr. Yeller. Elsewhere, this would be good pipe bait. But first drop, let's go! Hey, pups. Alright, let's go. Another perch. Had 100 fish perch days. You've heard me say it over and over about this place. That's the proof. There's a lot. That's why they originally stocked hybrid muskie in here a while ago, though. But to control these things, I'll control them right in my fry pan. A little tiddler. Look at this thing. That's definitely bait-sized. Freaking beautiful out. It's like probably in the 50s. There's a light coating of slush on this, but there's well over a foot here. It's amazing how the other places are really melting, and this place is holding its own on the ice thickness. I'm impressed, and it's fun. It's the last hurrah. It's just, you can just tell our season's starting to break. Who knows? March is like tomorrow, March 1st, so, but, man, this was fun. It was really fun. It's like I said, it's like the end of deer season. I don't want it to end. It's such a long way to the other side. Though we have stripers and all the other stuff to do, but you hate to let each one go. I don't know. That's how I feel. Anyway, I'll quit rambling. Thank you. Bye. And yet another one. This is the perch show. I am just so trying for something big, guys. For my own satisfaction, to be successful. And for you guys to see. So I got the little daredevil going with that long little trout worm trailer. Does that look sexy or what? Let's go. Big fish. Going for a new hole, and I'm wondering what that is. I wonder if you can see that. Looks like a canoe or a flat bottom bass boat from here. Something that got away from shore. I don't know. Just out there in the middle on the ice. I don't know what that is. Huh. Interesting. See, you can see hard black ice in there. See that? This lake never disappoints. I should have came here the first time, but you just get wanderlust, you know, like which way, you know, you just kind of use your sixth sense which will produce. But that's thick, hard black ice. Everywhere else, I'm sure other places, all those other places I tried today had this much ice, but it's starting to wear out around the edges. It's starting to melt, so this might be the swan song for this year. I don't know what's going to happen. It's only the beginning of March, but we're going to see. Someone already drilled this hole, right? And it's open, so I'll just give it a couple jigs here, but the size of that hole, it's like a 10-inch hole. That's what she said, but it's huge. That's not 8, that's bigger than 8, that's for sure. That's what I got. That's 10 inch anyway. Big one. Sorry. It slipped. 5 hours later. Literally 5 hours later. This is a killer spot. This is probably the best spot on this whole lake in the summer. There's a feeder stream right there, and I dare not get any closer. But I'll give this one a whirl. But I fished from this spot all the way around that bend, that point there. You see that building in back of that point? I must have drilled, and that's a testament to that Milwaukee drill there, the M18. I got to have drilled 30, 40 holes anyway. No loss of power, nothing, but that's all I've been doing. And picking up small stuff here and there, but man, I'm having a blast. It's a lot of fun. And I'm fishing all the spots that I say I'm going to fish as I'm driving by. I'm just going to, because I know this is getting close to the end, so the end of ice fishing, so I'm giving it all I got. But that's fun. This spot is known for trout in here, this little cove in here, and that feeder stream, and it packs up in a few weeks when they stock this thing. So, but I'm having fun here. It's like tracking deer in the snow. This reminds me of what I mean is when you're young and you don't really know, and you really think about tracking a deer in the snow or tracking a deer. Who can do it? But it would just lead you way deep into the woods in an animal's course, you know. So, but in the snow, obviously, it would be much easier to track like this. Looking at these tracks, that's why I say it kind of reminds me of tracking a deer on the snow on the way back. That's how you can't get lost. Even though the deer goes into the deepest parts of wherever he's going, in a swamp or a bottom or in the thickest brush or whatever, and twisting and turning and everything, it's the tracks. That's all. You follow your tracks back out. Just don't get carried away and go for miles, because you got to pull that buck out of there. Unless you know the area intimately and know where a good, a way good shortcut is. But that's what this reminds me of, just tracking in the snow. But I thought that would be interesting. Like when people that don't do much deer hunting, they think like, why would you just follow a deer randomly into the woods following his tracks? How are you ever going to get back? That's how. You just follow your own tracks. For that matter, all the safety, ice safety tips suggest always follow your own tracks back. If you're unsure of early ice or late ice, just follow your own tracks back, and that will eliminate, the odds are it's still going to be safe to get back. And another one. I am the perk freaking king. I've used different jigs and daredevils and Swedish pimples and all, and small ones, big ones, trying everything to get the bigger ones, but I am the perch king. Can't keep them off the line now. Just keep coming. Well, the sun's going down now, and you know what time that is. And thanks for showing up today, and I had a blast today. It's like the last day of deer season. It really is. It's kind of sad, You don't know. I mean, this weather is so fickle up here. You're never going to know what you're going to get. We get ultra Arctic, and then we get ultra Florida. It's crazy, but just assuming that this is the tail end of it, and had a lot of fun bringing it to you, as usual. And thanks for coming along. Remember, you can always come along with me if you can't make it out here, but you're better off getting out here yourself. It's way more fun. So until next week, we'll see you guys, and thanks again for watching. Please hit that like and smash that subscribe button, and thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys next week if I don't fall through, but I doubt I will. It's pretty good. There's a foot of ice here. I'm so amazed. Weird, haven't seen one of these in a while. White perch, beautiful fish. That's cool. Usually these come in schools too. They get a lot bigger. They get 4 times the size of that. But good, strong fighting little fish too. White perch have moved in. Oh, ain't that something? Just about ready to go too. Kind of an interesting thing. I don't know if there's a snowmobile that's definitely on the ice. That light right about here. He's kind of moving around. I don't know if that's a truck or some type of snowmobile or something. Interesting. Alright, so all of a sudden I'm starting to kill them. White perches. There's got to obviously be a school here. But I'm using a very strange technique. All this time, all day long, I've been jigging. You let it go all the way to the bottom, and then you lift it up like 1 or 2 reel handles. But now I just let it sit on the bottom and tip with a little piece of night crawl, and I'm just whacking them one after another. Unbelievable. And it is the magic hour. The sun's fully going down now, but I should have expected that. But it's the fish are turning on now. I'm hoping for something big though. I want a nice big one. Nice bass would be nice, right? I am just myrtleizing them now. And I defy anyone to tell me I didn't earn these. But I mean, it's just starting to get dark. It's the magic hour, and this is how nature is. They know dark's coming. It's their only time for food, and I'm just whacking them. Kind of funny. I said that last week. When it rains, it pours. It comes in waves. It really does. It just comes in waves with me, anyway. It's like God tests you, see if you're worthy, and then He graces you. I hear a hooty owl in the background. They generally start their migration back up north about this time of year. But it's one of those, who cooks for you? Who cooks for you all? I love that. It's a real cool sound. They're big owls, too. So, I wasn't going to stay this late, but I'm slaying them now, and it's just exactly the happiest ending I could possibly dream of. I'm so happy to have had the opportunity. I don't even know if you guys can see me. I know you can hear me, but what a great way to end this session of, oh, there's another one. Oh, he got off. What a great way to end this session. So that was a surprise ending. Thanks for sticking around, and hope you like that ending. You can't fake this stuff, man. It's so fun. Well, there's a real one. Watch. Oh. Oh. He keeps getting off. They're just killing it now. I can't see my line now. I don't have a light. So I'm unfortunately stuck between a rock and a hard place, but I should have listened to the Boy Scouts motto and become prepared, but I didn't have any idea I'd be staying this late. But see you guys next week. I'm going to keep fishing and see what happens. I just want one really nice big fish. If something significant happens, I'll let you know. See ya. How well you can see that, but as soon as you shut off the camera, they bite. It just keeps on coming. Dude. So in hindsight, on the way home here, what I'm thinking of, that first thing is that lake right there has a giant perch population, yellow and white. So they need a big predators. There are big bass in there, and that's about 10 years, probably more like 15 years ago. They stocked it with tiger muskie to control just that very thing. But I mean, there's a lot of perch in there. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I was letting that jig sit on the bottom all day, and the most standard fishing technique for ice that I've ever heard of and used is you drop it for jigging, is just let it drop to the bottom, raise it like a crank off the bottom, maybe 6 or 8 inches, and jig. And I've caught tons of fish that way. But I just stumbled on just letting it sit on the bottom. I mean, they were probably there all along, just watching it, knowing that the human is on the other end, and they're not going to play the game. You might pick one off here and there, but they got hip to it, and they're just not biting. But as soon as you let it down on the bottom, so thinking of it, there's 1,000 techniques you could use to, the tungsten jigs are tiny. Put like a whole trout worm on that and just let it sit on the bottom. I bet you'd kill them because they don't suspect the human trick. You know what I'm saying? So it gets the juices flowing on how to do it. I mean, that last hour there, I just ran out of light. I left fish. I was just hooking them left and right. They weren't big, but there was tons of them. And just when I started letting, if I tried the jigging part off the bottom during the midst of that slaughter, and they weren't touching it. But as soon as you just let it sit on the bottom, they pick it up, and I was watching my line. When the line moved, set the hook and bring it in. And that's why I had to leave, because I couldn't see the line anymore. So you follow what I'm saying? So it opens up a whole bunch of techniques that I never dreamed of. And I never heard anyone bait fishing on the bottom through the ice, but obviously it's totally effective. Maybe I'm an idiot and there's some other guys out there doing it and killing. But that's the first time I stumbled on that. And believe me, I'm going to do more of it, that's for sure. They're less perceptive to a worm sitting on the bottom, and probably just like in a boat, like if you're fishing bait on the bottom, but anyway, that was long-winded, but there's a lot of info there that's very cool to ponder, and it's got me juiced up thinking about it. Very cool. See ya for the 5th time. Sorry guys.